educational program. So every one of you will have an opportunity to participate. Q&A, things that you like, you don't like, start making notes. So let's welcome Mark.
Thank you, Extreme Toastmasters. I'm very glad to be here, and I see the room has changed a lot since last time. At least it's had new paint. I am here as the Learning Master Ambassador for the Toastmaster International Educational Revitalization Program. I'm sorry, I was not able to connect to the TV. So what am I going to talk about? Who are Learning Masters? Why we need to revitalize the program? And this project, what it has done, where it is now, and what needs to be done. So who are Learning Masters? Learning Masters are a group about 5 per district or so of current or past Toastmasters who give their ideas about the program, the educational program, and how it could be changed. I am one of the people who spread the word about this program. Oh, skip, sorry. So in 2010, the board of directors looked at the education program and saw that it was not really a good fit. Saw that it needed to be revamped. So they decided that they needed to go through a process to see what needs to be done. First, they obtained feedback from members. Club presidents got feedback from their members, and they relayed that feedback to the DCP committee, Distinguished Club Program Committee. The feedback was, well, the education program is very confusing. Why? Well, this is the education program we all know right now, and I'm sure we all love. This is what it looks like if we analyze everything that needs to be done to reach all the different awards. I would say it is rather confusing indeed. So, pardon me. Other feedback was also that the projects are outdated. They do not really meet the challenges that members have on a day-to-day basis. So we needed to look at this, and another fact that was noticed was that educational awards were not obtained very often. In 2011-2012, only 10% of members obtained their CC, and less than 2% obtained their CL. So that does support the fact that it is confusing. What are the steps taken so far? Well, so far the board of directors has looked through the program, has seen everything that is learned by the program, through the program, and has established the skills, competencies, and attributes that we all obtain through this. And it has matched all of this with every project that is being done. Also, after having done this, they selected an educational partner, and then they started working with the Learning Masters. The Learning Masters are headed by the International Past President, Pat Johnson, who moderates monthly discussions, sends out surveys to these Learning Masters on the LinkedIn websites. What are those skills, competencies, and attributes? Well, since it's back here, I'll tell you. Public speaking, of course. Leading and managing. Interpersonal communication. leading strategically, and building confidence. With these values, what are the items that are going to stay? The structured meeting is going to be the same. The recognition is going to be central. All of this is based on experiential learning as we're doing, peer feedback, mentor-driven, and self-paced, our own speed. The goals of the program is to match better the needs of the members and to have projects that are more relevant to them. Of course, through this, Toastmasters will be more successful in their personal and professional lives. So how are we going to do this? Well, when members join, I know there are a couple of new members, when members join, they're going to fill a survey about their goals and their objectives. This survey is going to determine their needs. It's going to determine learning paths that they're going to have to follow. These learning paths will have equal weight, communication and leadership. Now, you have one project communication, one project leadership, and for those of you who don't know, the CL takes much longer to achieve than the CC. It's going to be equal weight. Depending on the survey, Toastmasters is going to say, okay, you're going to do this project and this project, and there's going to be some that everybody are going to do, and additional projects that will be based on the needs of the member. There will be 12 projects in the learning path, and 5 levels in each learning path. At the end of the learning path, at the 5th level, is when you will get the award. And if the member wants, they'll be assigned a mentor. Now, the new member journey. Sorry for the small characters. The member joins, fills surveys, learning path is determined, then they complete the projects with the mentor. Lastly, they have the recognition after level 5, and then additional learning paths will be recommended. So it's not one learning path, it's going to be more than one. At least, I would say, 3 or 4. So what choice of the content delivery will we have? We will still have the manuals, as we have now. But we have an online content. It's called the virtual learning environment. They will both have the same content. You won't miss one thing by choosing one or the other. But the online one will have additional interactive components. You will be able to use the tablet or computer or laptop, anything, to view the online content. And the goal will be to incorporate almost as many technologies as possible into the new educational program. The next steps are going to develop the projects that I talked about, going to develop the online tools and the learning environment that will be available on Toastmasters, on Toastmasters International website, and also develop the supporting resources for all of this, whether it's manuals or online. Finally, it will be translated into 8 languages. And this will be available in the second half of 2014. Exactly when the second half of 2014, I don't know yet. Second half of 2014 could be July, be December. We do not know. We have not been told so far. So now I have come to the part where I will try to answer your questions. Again,
So, is the basic Toastmaster manual of 10 speeches? Will it still be 10?
you're going to get rid of all of those manuals. It's a revamping of the
12,
educational
right?
program.
Just say,
And Learning Paths will have 12 projects.
so 12. Depending on when you choose, it'll be 12 instead of 10.
It won't be 10 anymore. Learning Paths will have 12 projects. But how many learning paths he or she will need to get to the ultimate goal, which might still be called Distinguished Toastmaster, I cannot tell you right now. But one learning path will have 12 projects. They will increase in complexity from level 1 to level 5.
And there's 5 different paths? Is that what you said?
No. Within one learning path, there will be 5 different levels.
How many different learning paths are
That depends on the member. That depends on the knowledge and the capacity, the ability of the member. Where does that originate? It's from the survey. The survey will determine where the member will be. And then on his own will proceed will follow his own path to the ultimate goal.
I missed the part when you mentioned about the day. Is it 2014 is when they're going to roll this out? Are they going to have a trial period for people to test it out?
I don't know about a trial period, have not been told, but yes, there is there has been the question about how people who are in the current program going to be transitioned into this new program.
That's transition period, yeah.
But my feeling is this cold turkey, it's going to go from the current program to the new program. But my speech now and an additional one will not be the only ones, the only times you will be notified of it. There will be official, there will be articles in the magazine. So I see I'm red. So if anybody has any question, please come at the end of the meeting.